Hey, you sound a lot better. That's cool.
You really do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You sound great.
It's
Yeah?
like you ate a Snickers, you know?
Oh,
like
good reference.
You weren't being you, but now we got you a Snickers.
True that.
You're you again. Anyways.
Welcome to episode 2 of the Top Pixel podcast. I am Preston, and to my right is
Zach.
And to my left
It's Gina.
is Gina. So, as per tradition, i.e. one episode so far,
Mm-hmm.
let's get this ball rolling, and let's talk about Game of Thrones.
Oh, we're going right off the bat.
Let's just get it out of the way, because I know that we all have a lot to say. We kind of held back from talking to each other about it.
That was so hard to do,
Just
by the
so
way.
we could talk about
my
it.
God.
I know.
I
But
held it in.
it'll be better for it. So
And John almost made me spill everything.
I know. All
That
right,
bastard.
John, our John or Jon Snow?
No, our John.
Jon Snow. Yeah,
Ah.
Our
wait.
John.
Yeah, our John.
Our king of Sewell.
JLGS.
Yeah, where it's always snowing.
That's right.
It's
Okay,
always
so
snowing in Sewell.
that's true. Let's talk about the Arya situation.
It was so interesting and cool to see how she became like full of life again when she learned that John was alive.
Yeah, she almost started glowing.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy.
I mean, he was always her favorite because he like treated her how she wanted everyone to treat her.
Yeah, and
you know?
that kind of like that deciding scene where she was, trying to decide go to King's Landing or to the north, and like you could just see the conflict. She was.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna carry this season. Like, she's playing such an important role right now.
She's going to Winterfell, I truly believe, strictly to protect Sansa.
Well, I think she's going there
I'm not
for
saying,
John.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's her reason. I'm just saying that's why the show is putting her
Oh,
there.
yeah. They're setting it up.
Exactly. They're setting it up to where she's going
I
to...
hope she kills
John,
Littlefinger.
exactly. Like John... Well, she's the only one in the Stark
Damn.
family who knows that Littlefinger was the one who set up Ned.
Yeah.
I don't even think Sansa knows that.
Didn't even think about that.
Yep.
Yeah, so she's the only one who knows because I think the Hound told her, if I remember right.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's what I mean. That's not... Obviously, her reasoning is not to go save Sansa. She wants to go see John.
Right.
And I'm sure she wants to see Sansa, too. I mean, they always had their qualms. But I mean, they are sisters. And then her seeing Nymeria.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
man.
how badass did Nymeria look?
I know, dude. That
Oh, my
scene,
God.
Queen
that
of
was
the Wolves.
Yeah, dude. That was the scene that originally got me because I was just like, oh my gosh, like, is that really her? Like, because I immediately thought of it. I was like, is that her? Is
Yeah.
it? And it's like, it's gotta be.
Everyone's been wanting to see the direwolves at like their full size.
Yeah.
And we finally got to see one. The only reason they showed Nymeria is because she's going to come back and play an important role later on.
She has to.
Whether this season or the next season.
Yeah. Kind of just like a reminder, hey, she's still alive. She's still out there type of thing,
She's going to help out when things get real
Yeah.
at Winterfell.
Mm-hmm.
Something's going to go down. As soon as John leaves, something's going to happen between Sansa and Littlefinger. Arya's going to have to be there to take some names, point her
Yep.
needle.
Take out Littlefinger if she can. And interestingly enough, speaking of John, the scene that him and Littlefinger had in the crypts where he choked Littlefinger,
I was not expecting that.
Ned did the same thing to Littlefinger in
Yep.
season 1.
Yep.
Always getting
choked
pushed
him out.
against walls.
know.
By
right?
Starks. always getting beat up by Starks.
He's just
So
heard all of
crazy.
these things about him. He's
Mhm.
this terrible person. Did y'all hear the theory about the season 1 intro of the Game of Thrones song, and then the season now where it shows Winterfell and the water that was right next to the wall is now frozen over.
Oh, man.
Oh, so that's how they're going
the
to get
White
around.
Walkers are getting through. They're going to walk right past the wall. And
I
that's what
gotcha.
Bran saw.
What the Hound saw too.
Ah, yes,
You know,
yeah.
I don't know if Bran saw it, but I know for sure the Hound saw it in the flames. That he was, he said, because he said he saw the, what is it, East Watch or something, I think is what that castle's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the main, obviously not the main Castle Black, but there's apparently another castle, East Watch,
Yeah.
and the Hound saw them marching through or around that.
Yeah, what's the point of the wall at that
Yeah.
point?
I can't wait for her to find out that he's actually a Targ. Like
Oh my God,
he
yeah.
has to find out he's a Targ too. That's the whole point
But
of
you
Bran's
need Bran
character.
to do it. How is he going to do it? You can't just like tweet, hey, hey
We're-
bro, guess
You
what?
could send a crow.
John and Danny are not going to know that he's a Targ until the very end of the series. This whole season is probably going to be the whole fight for the kingdom, figuring out all this, and we'll see who's left after these battles that they're going to have. And then next season will be verse strictly against the White Walkers, and then towards the end, I'm sure they'll have to be up like at Winterfell, or they'll be maybe at the Vale, or maybe they'll even be pushed all the way back to King's Landing. Who knows at that point? And we'll finally have Bran and Jon and Sansa and all the Starks and the whole cast in the same area. And that's when Bran will drop the bomb on and be like, by the way, we're not even half brothers. Like, you're my cousin, just so you know.
BT dubs.
Oh, also, he's your nephew, and I know you Targs are into that thing, so y'all should totally just like bang and get it over with.
True that. Spread the love, you know what I'm saying?
I'm interested to see what Varys is going to think of Jon. Is he going to think that Jon is too naive, or is he going to appreciate that Jon looks after the people first and foremost? That Jon doesn't even want power. He only did it not only for his family in the north, but for the people themselves, for the wildlings. He made things happen to where they opened the wall for him, and he didn't have to, but he did it because that was what was right, and he wanted to protect everyone that he could. So I'm interested to see what Varys is going to think of Jon, and if he's going to try to talk to Dany about, hey, he's a king, you're a queen, maybe we can work something out.
Gotta lock it in.
Yeah, well, there's gonna be a marriage, I feel, with Cersei and this other guy.
Oh, with Euron?
Dany's gotta hook up with someone too.
Yeah.
Dude, and that dude, he totally... Okay, so when he was introduced to us last season, there were some questions and people being like, I don't know, like he seems... I guess he seems okay, but is he gonna be like crazy enough to really nail the part of Euron? But he was an absolute badass in that fight.
Yo, speaking of badasses, can we talk about Sam?
Sam?
Yo.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
dude,
he...
fucking Jorah, man. What a bamf.
That's the second
What a
freaking episode in a row where they've done that bullshit with the transitions.
Oh, yeah. And we're straight to like a
What is up with Sam and his transitions, damn it?
Good. It's so good. Yeah, it was so good. God, man. I love Jorah. Like, he's one of my favorite characters. So, like, I'm so happy that they finally hooked up and got everything starting, it's so cool.
Jorah reminds me of another one of my favorite characters, Krillin from DBZ.
Yeah.
He gets shit on 24/7, but they finally decide to throw him a bone every now and then.
How many times does he have to die?
Jorah doesn't have that luxury, but he's gotten fucked over plenty of times.
I don't know. I think like Jorah's going to be like severely disformed, obviously, from this procedure that Sam's doing. But he will live.
Chest.
He will live.
Oh yeah, he'll live for sure.
And Sam will definitely be regarded as he'll probably be kicked out, and then somehow accepted back in.
Did y'all realize what they were alluding to with Sam? By the way.
Oh, with the book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to write a book, and then they were what was it? The Maester was saying like, I was thinking about titling it this, and Sam was like, I feel like I'd make it something more poetic. Like, that's totally leading to the fact that Sam is the actual author of A Song of Ice and Fire. So apparently Jon is going to be meeting Dany next episode.
I didn't see the trailer.
Yeah, I don't watch the trailers.
No, I wanted to watch it. I completely forgot to.
No, I always skip the preview, like, just because I want to enjoy it. And you know this.
My bad.
I mean, it was obvious.
I'm just surprised that... Oh, well, actually... Like, I think when I first saw that, my thought was, man, they're going to make that happen this fast. But then I realized that they literally have 2 seasons left, including this one, so they kind of got to pick up the pace.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate greatly.
So, being a book and a show reader, I was so happy when Dany said Jon's name and Jon said Dany's name. Because they never talk about each other, and like how Tyrion's repping for Jon. He's like, yeah, he's a good guy. And then Jon's like, yeah, he's a good guy.
The bromance from afar.
The bromance. It's so good.
You know what's going to happen, right? We're gonna find out that Dany actually knew Jon as like a little bitty baby. This is anime, is what I'm getting at.
So what you're saying is it's childhood friends?
This is childhood friends.
I wish.
And childhood friends always win.
It's literally impossible. I just decided to go there.
You're really good with these stories.
I know, right? That's how I won that one round of oh my gosh, because I had to make the story up.
Something.
Yeah, I had to make the story up about who was it? Hermione. Super fight. Yeah. Is how Hermione was gonna fight against oh crap, who was her opponent? Because I made a beach episode out of it is what happened.
Yeah, it was you and Gina. It was y'all's face off.
Who's the guy in Jumanji?
Robin Williams.
No, not Robin Williams. The one with the gun.
Also Robin Williams.
No. He had like a little hat.
Yeah, the elephant gun.
Yeah, how is that?
Wasn't he one of the fighters?
No.
What?
It was
Why did I think it was him?
oh my gosh, it was something really dumb. It wasn't Jim Carrey, but it was something like that, I thought.
What? Dane Cook?
No, God, no.
Anyways.
No, don't you anyways me.
I just anyways you.
Unbelievable.
Don't worry.
Someone had a harpoon gun.
Yeah, in 10 minutes. Yeah, that was.
It was Tom Hanks with a harpoon gun.
It was Tom Hanks.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
Forrest Gump.
Thank
you, Gina. Forrest Gump.
See, I was about to say it'll
Boom.
probably come back to you in just a minute.
Boom.
But you figured it out before I could even get the words out.
It was Forrest Gump versus Hermione Granger, and I made a beach episode out of it where Forrest took Hermione to the beach, and the important thing is I won.
Yeah, I lost.
The power of anime.
How about that Reek callback at the end, huh?
Funniest comment that I saw this weekend when Theon jumped off the boat. They were like, Theon left to go join Golden State.
What?
And then
what is that?
The Golden State Warriors, NBA basketball?
NBA team.
Like Kevin Durant, one of the best players in the NBA, left Oklahoma City to go join Golden State with all the other great players.
Yeah.
So there's this one scene that kind of just like really made me irk where they crossed over into the boat and they started cutting people's tongues out.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah. So I looked it up, right? And
go ahead and tell the reasoning for our listeners.
So whenever he boards other ships, he takes the other people prisoner and cuts their tongues out so they can't disobey, can't backtalk, can't, rise up against him or anything like that. And so whenever they go take another ship, that just gets passed on and on.
Specifically, it has to do with the ship that he rides himself. The ship is called the Silence.
That is just crazy.
That's badass is what it is.
I mean,
is that why they were like, just kill us?
Yeah.
And they didn't say anything.
Exactly. They didn't say anything. They just used their heads to nod because they had their tongues cut out.
And that was crazy how like they hung her from like the front of the ship.
That was so great.
Like
with her weapons.
I agree with Reddit. If you want me to hate someone, the worst thing you could do is have them kill the sand snakes because that made me an instant fan. How am I not?
He killed all of them too.
There's one more
not
left.
the hot one. Not the most beautiful girl in the world, according to...
Wait, the smallest one?
Yeah, the younger
what?
one. Yeah, the one who's
According
actually
to who?
Ilaria's daughter, Braun. Because remember, he was in the cell and she like showed him her tits.
Hair grew out or something. No, she had her hair in a braid.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, she had her hair was actually like super short. Like she had the boy cut going on.
I hate that.
And now she has it down to like her shoulders and she's actually like, she looks pretty good. It's just the boy cut that turns me off.
You don't like short hair?
Nah. I don't have anything against short hair, but boy cut, I'm not about it.
Not your
It's
life.
got to at least be like shoulder length.
Yeah.
Anyways, see, I can do it too.
Yeah, you like that?
Anyways.
But
yeah, like he rode in through the ramp that like the boarding ramp that drops down onto other ships. Dude, that's like WWE style.
Like
Yeah,
he had the best intro.
He just boom, and has this big ass axe. He just starts cutting people up.
I don't know if you saw, but like that ramp destroyed someone when it came down.
Oh yeah, landing on top of a guy. It's
awesome.
got like spikes in it, so that way it slams into the ship and holds.
I immediately covered my mouth and was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, and he's just standing there with his axe, like, "Bro, I'm here to fuck shit up."
I don't know if you guys, this thought went through your heads, but like you said, Preston, it was dark. The only thing that you could see what was illuminated by the flames. How do you know who's who?
I have no. I would.
Yeah, like,
I would be
killing here,
dude. I would be killing my own people so much. If anybody touched me, I would kill them.
They
in
all
an instant.
look the same.
I think it'd just be like an every man for himself situation, because like 9 times out of 10, the guy who's the leader isn't gonna recognize the minions anyways. So I'd be like, whoever starts losing the battle, dude, just turn around and start killing whoever's losing. And then be like, no, dude, I was with you the whole time.
That's why the Romans put feathers in their caps. That way you could live forever.
It's easy. That way you can live forever.
Yeah, no, what was cool is like they fought with, Ithaca, which is another like Greek country.
Right.
Right. So that province over there, what was cool is that like they both were very similar in cultures. And so whenever they fought, their fight styles were really, really close. And so their armor was really, really close as well. So it's really cool, like, because the Romans ultimately came up with the idea, well, let's put feathers in their caps, and that way we can tell who's who. It's pretty cool.
People like me.
There you go. Roman engineering at its finest.
Feathers. Hashtag the best.
But yeah, I hate to see what happened to Theon, but at the same time, what was he supposed to do?
Yeah.
If he tries to fight, she gets killed.
Yep.
If he throws down his weapon, he gets killed, and she still gets killed.
Yep.
If he runs away, like he did, Euron has a reason to keep her alive, not only for Cersei, but also he'll come back after his sister, and I'll kill that little dude too when he comes back.
It was realistic.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, what's he supposed to do?
Yeah.
But seeing his transformation back to Reek, especially after seeing like all the destruction and the guys getting tortured, like their tongues getting cut out and everything, that just took him back to that place so fast.
For this episode, I feel like he did the best acting, in my opinion.
That final scene, like, where he makes a decision to, like, jump off the boat, like, you could just see just the pure terror, like, in just flashbacks. Like, that PTSD is so strong.
Yep.
I mean, that post-traumatic stress dick.
Yep. Post-traumatic stress dick.
Yeah. Because he doesn't have one anymore.
Because he doesn't have one, right?
Yeah, we got it.
I mean, okay, so let's be honest, though, right? Like, let's say at that point, what do you have left to lose?
If he had a dick, do you think he would have joined in on the three-way with his sister?
Probably.
That was a little weird.
Nothing happened.
I mean, he was attracted to her before he even knew her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he started fingering her on the horse, literally, and she let him. That was probably even the more weird part, is the fact that she knew and she let him.
I had forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. How to Seduce Women 101. Finger them on horseback.
Apparently that's a thing.
Is that a thing?
I guess in Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones
happens,
it is.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm tired of talking about Game of Thrones.
Excuse me.
Wow.
My throat was so scratchy. I had a cough
I've been
so
coughing
bad,
the entire time over here.
But I held it in, and I drank some of my beer, and it didn't happen. I kept it in. I slurred some of my words, though.
I slur a lot of my words.
I mean, as long as you're feeling good, that's the important thing.
Good and easy.
So as the resident keeper upper with Smash scene, Plup won Dreamhack Atlanta.
I saw a huge congratulatory thread, and I didn't have a chance to click on it, but a Plup won.
Yep, Plup won.
Up. That's
what's up. First to do it since Leffen win a tournament where two gods were present.
I like how that's a stat, like a
thing,
a statistic.
Statistic, yeah. You know, I love the fact that Melee has the gods because it makes it so interesting, especially when people like Plup win. Then it's like super hype.
It really does, and it kind of, I think it brings, I mean, you said it. I mean, it brings hype to an otherwise like sport that wouldn't have like a huge following, and I think that like that dynasty is kind of what keeps that hype going. You know?
Oh, for sure. And he came from losers, and then he had to beat Hungrybox twice in a row for grand final. Oh no, sorry, I'm wrong. I'm completely wrong. He was actually winners the whole time, because he got 3-0'd by Hungrybox in set 1 of grand finals, and then he came back and 3-0'd Hungrybox in set 2 of grand finals for the win.
Damn.
Playing Fox, no less.
I know, dude. That's what's up. I'm telling you, man, the age of Hungrybox is over.
I don't know about that.
I hope so.
I hope the age of Plup is about to begin.
He's a jerk.
I mean,
he's good.
Is he a jerk because he's playing that character, or is he just a jerk overall?
He's kind of a jerk overall, but at the same time, the community has not made it easy on him.
No, absolutely not. I mean, everyone kind of dislikes him.
Yeah, and he does bring some of it on himself, but the communities also can just be like super mean. Yeah. And speaking of the community being super mean, Salem was the winner of DreamHack Atlanta.
Yeah.
Your Evo winner.
Yeah.
and a Bayonetta main.
Oh boy.
Yep. So you know where I'm going with this one.
Go on.
He beat Void, which I love Void to death. Sheik main. But apparently I didn't get to see the matches yet, which I'm really mad at myself about. Like I said, I normally try to keep up with all the tournaments that are happening, but I just did not have time to watch this weekend.
Yeah. I feel like I had a pretty busy weekend, like overall. I feel like I had something to do almost every day.
Yeah, and plus I was watching Bill, so.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because my roommate was out at the festival in San Marcos.
Baby Bill.
Yeah,
baby boy Bill.
Baby Bill's got fleas.
Ooh. And get that flea collar.
Yeah, they haven't congregated anywhere else. They've been staying on him, but still sucks.
Yeah. That's all good, though.
Yeah. But anyways, like I was going to say, Smash community all up in an uproar again because Salem's won 2 super majors back-to-back. And he's a Bayonetta main. Everyone's super salty about how broken Bayonetta is. And she's really strong, but as Void tweeted out himself, he was like, hey, from the guy that just lost to Bayonetta, can you guys just shut up with all the bitching? It's getting annoying.
Yeah.
And the God Armada chimes in.
Something about the patches.
God, he was like,
that video,
dude, that's so savage. Oh my God, I love it.
That's what I want.
The one true God chimes in himself, though, saying, you know, when a new patch comes out, it might solve the problem temporarily and it might make things better for you, but the main problem that you suck is still going to remain.
Dude.
I was just like,
so
damn.
Good. So good.
Telling it like the truth.
Oh my gosh, those are the best.
Just calling them out. Calling out everybody bitching about patches. Honestly, you can say that for every game. People always complain about patches, but the really good players will always find a way around it.
Yeah, I mean, just like in Overwatch, the top 500 players are always going to be the top 500.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, not saying that you can't break that barrier, but yeah, it's not easy, and it's a select few for a reason.
Haven't played Overwatch in a while, huh?
It has been a while.
It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
About a minute.
My main reason, obviously, was my frames. I think I finally got that solved, though, for the most part.
First world problems, guys.
Yeah, first world problems.
My frames aren't high enough.
The frames aren't high enough.
Did you try recording again?
It still screws up on recording.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
But works fine playing?
Works fine playing.
Weird. Well, you know what they say. New graphics card.
Oh, my God, no. Not happening.
That's what they say, right?
What video card do you have now?
980.
You and Gina should trade.
Why?
She has a 1070.
So?
That's better than a 980.
It's a 1060.
1060.
Sure?
Yeah.
Oh.
1060, which is about the same.
Yeah, it's on par.
It's a little better, but it's like just...
Well, 980 is better than a 1060 for sure.
Is it?
Yeah. Like a 1080 is twice as fast as the current 980.
Which I really, really want.
Yeah. Like a coworker of mine got the 1080 Ti, and we asked him how much he paid for it. And he's like, "Oh, got it on sale." I was like, "Oh yeah, how much did you buy it for?" He's like, "Oh, $650."
That's on sale.
Like,
okay.
What?
First of all,
$650 for a graphics card.
That is a horrible sale. Because I think I've seen them lower than that.
Yeah.
I think I've seen them more around 600.
Well, the 1080 Ti's or just the 1080s?
Oh, is this a Ti?
This is the fancy version.
That makes sense. Ti, that makes sense then.
Yeah. It's like overclock speeds and higher clock rate.
Yeah, which is what I'd want. My original plan was to save up and just wait for the 1080 Ti.
Yeah.
But then I also realized that I need a laptop.
Yeah.
Which is going to be my next priority.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
by the way, any laptop people out there, or just technological savvy people who keep up with the times, if you have a good laptop, tweet it at us.
Top Pixel
Team.
Yep.
So just throwing that out there. Tweet at me your suggestions because I need one badly with a dedicated card.
Aww.
Don't tweet me bullshit.
What about a Surface? That was me giving you bullshit.
Which is why you got that response right there.
Yeah.
That's my Brett response.
Your Brett response.
And guess what?
What?
It's National Tequila Day.
Is it really National Tequila
Is
Day?
it National Tequila Day?
Yes.
Dang.
Oh, why are we not doing tequila shots then?
Dude, tequila, I don't know. I don't know where.
Do we have tequila here?
I have Patron.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah,
there we go.
Shit.
Yo.
What?
Woman, go pour us
shit.
shots.
Oh, we got sexist up in this bee.
You mean Haru?
What?
Yeah,
Haruka?
Haru.
She's over there drinking water.
Let's talk about that real quick.
No, are we really going to talk about this right now?
Why not, dude?
It's happening.
This is making me a little
So our little corgi,
Mm-hmm.
she's 7 months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to her.
Oh my god.
And
This is so cringe.
oh, here she is.
she's dripping.
She's dripping.
Wet, guys.
We're leaving that in.
She's a woman.
What Gina means to say incoherently is
Sorry.
that our dog started her period today.
Yep.
Congratulations, Haru.
And Gina's first words to her finding her out was, "You're a woman."
She is. She's a little lady.
And here she is, right here, being a sweetheart.
Have you guys heard about this Paul John Paul guy on YouTube?
Who's
No.
that?
Okay, so
Isn't that a singer? Rapper guy?
No, that's Sean Paul.
Or Paul Wall.
What happened
Paul
to
Wall,
him?
yeah, or Paul Wall, yeah.
Paul
Oh,
Wall,
Paul
or
Wall.
So-
Sean.
That's Sean Paul, right?
No, that's not your. Who was that?
I don't know.
It was the.
Anyways, there's this kid. He's like 17 or 18 a couple years ago, right? Disney gives him his own show. So he has this show. It's like geared towards the preteen audience, the Disney XD audience.
The Disney XD audience.
Yeah, the starlets and everything, right?
The Jonas Brothers fans.
Yes. So this guy his show averaged, I saw a stat on it where it averaged about like a little over 1 million views its first season, right? So he starts a YouTube channel. Well, he starts making YouTube videos and he's getting 500,000 hits on his channels, on each of his videos on his channel, right?
But is he making more?
Right. So season 2 of his show comes out and it does even worse. But by this time, every video that he posts on YouTube is getting 5 or 6 million views. So it's on the Disney Channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this guy starts up his own like separate YouTube thing, right? Starts like a community of a bunch of like bros, and they go and buy and move into a house in Los Angeles. Well, in Los Angeles, there's a lot of like strict rules about recording people, and like they want it to be quiet neighborhoods. Well, this dude's got like 10, 11 people staying in his house. Like they're partying up late. They're riding 4-wheelers down the street. They're blasting loud music. Like they're just a horrible nuisance, and they're doing it all in comedy for their YouTube channel. Well, shit got real the other day. So one of these, you guys know who Post Malone is?
Right.
Yeah.
Post Malone goes out and buys this merchandise from this YouTube channel as a joke, and he tweets a picture of it, right? So the owner of the YouTube channel goes to the merch company and says, "Yo, Post Malone just ordered merch from you guys. What's his address? I'll deliver it personally." Which,
oh boy,
by the way, is 110% against the law, right? So homeboy and his friend drive all the way to Post Malone's house with a box full of merch, film it the entire time, and dox his address in the video.
No.
So they literally gave out his address, his street name, what his house looks like, and everything to millions of people on YouTube. And
dude, that would piss me off.
They give zero fucks. And H3 covered the story this week.
Of course.
And he ripped him up. He's like, "Yo, Post is my friend. Like, you guys crossed the line. Like he showed like their video and he put a blur on it so you couldn't see their post. Like, they weren't blurred out at all. H3 had to put a blur on the video so you couldn't tell. Like,
by the way,
crazy.
Just for anyone who's curious, Post Malone has got to be like the most humble and chill dude
he's so
in the
chill.
music industry.
He's so chill.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not crazy about all of his stuff. He's got some good hits.
I like him.
But I like him definitely as a person. Like, he just seems like a really, really down-to-earth, humble kind of like guy.
And he came from nothing, Like, he started out as like a small little artist and then, made a hip-hop song. And it became viral, and that's how his career got started.
Blew up completely.
Yeah, I mean, he was like a folk guitarist for a while.
Yeah, and he's friends with Bieber. Like really, really good friends with Bieber.
Yeah, it's so weird how that
They're
triangle
touring
works.
together.
Yeah,
What?
That's interesting.
it's so cool.
That was
like I don't
That
know.
is cool.
Yeah,
Aw.
yeah, but like I don't know, like that dude, that shit, man. Like, it's crazy. Like it just comes down to like, you know, the in this particular case, this kid just has zero respect.
Do
for
you want to
authority.
be a dick in life? Is what it comes down to.
Yeah, I mean, to that extent, sure. I mean, like, you know, he could easily make a conscious decision and not be a nuisance to his neighbors. Which, by the way, he made another video where he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to my neighbor's house and I'm gonna, you know, apologize." Except that he recorded them doing it without telling them. In California, that's illegal. It has to be a two-way street. They have to know, and they have to approve it in order to accept it. And he did neither of those things. So, yeah, I'm just like, dude, come on, man. Like, you can't do that type of stuff.
You know, not to get all old preachy on everyone, but that's exactly what goes down in this generation, in our own, and the upcoming generation. It just seems like people just have a general lack of respect for each other.
Have you ever been given the cold shoulder or like scoffed at when you hold the door open for a girl?
Yep, it happened to me all the time in college.
That's ridiculous to me.
It happens to me
that,
too.
and that's how I was raised. Is
Yeah,
that you know
same.
you have
Right?
as a guy you have manners, and part of like being respectful towards women is a big deal.
My thing is, I'll open the door for anyone, children, kids. You know, same. That's the same thing. But you know, like
Right,
women.
and I mean I
but
do
I have
too.
women
Like
that
if
get
I'm
mad at me. I'm like, I would want you to do the same thing too.
It's just being a good person in general. Like if I'm this is like such a basic life example, but if I'm walking out of say a gas station, doesn't matter if it's a guy, a kid, a woman, elderly, young, if I see someone else walking in as I'm walking out, I just hold the door open for them. It's just a little common courtesy, you know?
Yeah, a little common courtesy.
Yeah. You
And
know.
on that note, did you guys hear about those Florida teens that watched that man drown?
Yes.
I saw the headline, but I did not read the story.
Here's my problem with that story. If you don't mind me jumping in here.
No, yeah, go for it.
Okay. I have no problem with them not jumping in and helping him, because that is one of the most dangerous things you can do, and that's even what professionals tell you. If you're not trained for it, do not jump in and help someone drowning, because when they're freaking out like that, they could easily pull you down with them or knock you in the head and knock you out while they're struggling. They could basically, it just comes down to the fact that if you want to help them, unless you're trained to know what you're doing, the worst thing you can do is jump in to try to help them, because most likely all that's going to happen is they're going to take you down with them. They say you're just supposed to like call someone, throw them anything that floats, like a flotation device or even a log, anything that they can grab onto that floats. Just throw them something to help, or like a rope or anything that you can like pull them in or something if they're close enough, or dial 911, anything like that. So I don't have a problem with the kids not jumping in to help him. It's one thing to not jump in yourself, but it's another to sit there and make fun of an individual while they're dying, which is what they did.
Or not even like what you said, not even try anything, not throw them anything, not call 911.
Were they really making fun of them?
Yes.
Yeah,
they were.
mocking
Like,
him.
there was one guy apparently who was saying like, "Hey man, are we just gonna let homie drown?" And the other three were kind of just like, "Dude, you scared to see somebody die?" And he's like, "No, I'm not scared to see somebody die." It's just kind of one of those peer pressure things. I'm not saying the kid's innocent because he gave in to peer pressure, but there was at least one of them there who somewhat had a conscience. But the rest of them just thought it was a funny scenario, entertainment, which is what's so fucked up. Like, who raises kids like that?
People who aren't raised right to begin with.
Yeah, but they didn't even
Probably
report it
true.
to the police or anything, and they didn't know the whereabouts of that person for days.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't know
what
that.
was sad.
Has the body ever turned up?
Yeah, they found the body.
They found the
like,
body?
days later, but the kids didn't say anything.
That's so
And they had
messed up.
video too.
But yeah, they were making fun of him because they were like, if he couldn't swim, why'd he jump in the first place? And just kind of laughing. And it was just messed up.
Well, on a lighter note, Gina, give us a rundown on the legendary raids.
On raids? Oh, I don't
wanna
know.
Hear this.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Pokemon?
Yeah, Pokemon Goes. What do you know? Tell us.
I don't know too
Pokemon
much.
Go
to
has
be honest
raids
with you.
now?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So apparently they introduced these legendary Pokemon that are like huge, right? And they have
Okay.
tons of hit points, and they typically require like what? Anywhere from like 5 to like 20 people attacking them to take them down
Are
one
you
time. Yeah.
serious?
And they only show up in specific locations.
You know what? That would have been a great feature to have when Pokemon Go was at its height.
A year ago?
Yeah,
a year ago. Isn't that weird to believe that it's only a year ago? It feels like forever ago to me that Pokemon Go was at its height.
So what's crazy, right, is that they did this big launch for this whole event, right? And then tons of server and lag issues, right?
Of
Oh,
course.
Yeah.
no, I didn't
Yeah.
hear about that.
And
Even
so-
with the dude, their numbers are down for
It is.
player
And
base.
so-
they still had server issues.
Yeah, so Niantic was like, oh shit, so they refunded like anyone who spent money during that weekend for the event.
Ugh.
So all of like the boosters, the extra balls, like the little like, scent things, like all of that
Right.
stuff like was refunded.
Oh, man.
Did they not learn their lesson the first time?
I just
Ha-
my thing is like, yeah, exactly. Like why did we not make the executive decision to go, "Oh, we should probably move web servers?"
Like, how long does it take you to realize that you have to make a change? Just a quality of life change has to be done. That's one of the reasons the game ended. Like, the popularity ended so fast. It came back, and it was like lightning in the bottle. And they had every opportunity to seize it and make something amazing out of it. But
Yeah.
they just kept screwing up, like, time after time and time again. Whether it was with the whole tracking Pokemon that they screwed up, or not,
And then shutting down the website.
and then shutting down the websites for tracking after that. I mean, I when Pokemon Go first became huge, I saw people in their 30s and 40s playing with their kids. That's how big it was, because everybody was trying to recapture that magic of their childhood, or like young adults, or when they were in college or high school, elementary, wherever you were when Pokemon came out. Everybody was trying to recapture that, and then Niantic just basically walked up to the consumer, had them open their mouth and take a giant shit in them. I mean, am I wrong with that though?
No,
I mean, I'm getting graphic.
You're
but
not. You're not. That game, but like when that game came out, there was so much potential for it to be something awesome, and it was. And then, if once you got in and the game was working, it was awesome. Like it worked beautifully.
Yeah, keywords once you got
Yeah,
in,
exactly. I mean, exactly.
For me,
which didn't used to be a problem, but eventually their servers just got so overrun that they
Yeah.
couldn't handle all the activity.
Well, and it's like we got in early, right? Like we got in like a couple days early
Mhm.
because we signed
did
up for like a
before it
beta
got
thing.
Super
Yeah.
popular, yeah.
You remember when we went to the mall?
Oh,
And
yeah.
we were so stoked to go there. And this was probably, I would say, a month or at least 3 weeks after the initial release. And we were so stoked to go there and do the gym battles because they had like 2 or 3 gyms in the mall. And then what's up with the mall telling people they can't be there? And
That's the way it was in Market Street. I don't know if you
yeah,
remember. but,
Market
like,
Street. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
Sorry,
like,
the Market Street.
we
There's
went-
a
we
no
went out there.
Pokemon Go here. It's like, you guys are morons. Your business, you should be taking advantage of this.
Yeah, like you guys should be thriving like hell right now.
Like, do you not see all the people that are playing this game? People that you want in your bars are playing this game. We went, for example, we literally went to the bar that was advertising the Pokemon Go special, where if you caught a Pokemon at their bar, they gave you like $2 off
Yeah, dude.
your drink.
See, that's the way it needs to be.
Exactly. Like, and that's where we decided to stop.
Yeah.
But my thing is, we go to the mall to have a good time and walk around, and you can't do anything. I think I was able to get in for like 5 minutes total before either I got kicked or it froze or I just couldn't get in at all. And that was so annoying. And one of the reasons why I stopped playing after like a month or two. I think I maybe played for about a month and a half to 2 months total.
Yeah.
And then I just stopped because it was such a battle fighting against the servers. And
Yeah.
and then the whole tracking thing happened after, like, when the server issue was at its height. and that was just like the icing on the cake. I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
If you guys want to keep screwing around, like I've spent money in the game, I enjoyed it a lot, but if you guys are just gonna keep screwing around with me, then I'm out. Good job, Niantic.
You know what I'm pretty excited about this week, though?
What's that?
Guess what comes out for the Nintendo Switch?
What?
Overcooked.
No.
Overcooked
Really?
on the Switch?
It's coming
really?
out on this week, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Not gonna
that'll
lie.
be
Game's
super
so
fun.
good.
That game is super fun.
If you could play online with people, like, okay, first of all, have you guys downloaded this new bullshit Nintendo app?
No.
I've
So,
not downloaded
They
a single
downloaded
Nintendo app.
so they made a companion app for your phone that you sign in, and that's what you voice chat with.
On your phone?
I know.
What if
I
you don't
said
have
the
a
same
phone?
exact thing.
Because
It's
you're 5.
bullshit.
Okay. Nintendo has always been the worst when it comes to online gameplay. They've always been the worst because they have the brand that they advertise as family friendly. So they cannot afford to have all the suck my dick, I banged your mom that Call of Duty has, right? On PlayStation and Xbox. So they've always had crap online features, unfortunately. What about ARMS? Have you played ARMS?
I haven't, but Josh has it. Makes me
our,
want to get it.
Our resident Oklahoma friend.
Yes.
Yes, in the land of tornadoes, Tornado Alley.
Also, can we go ahead and talk about how Krillin has been added to Fighter Z?
I'm not going to be happy until I see that Android 18 is confirmed, because I make it no secret Android 18 is my favorite. And
That
the
is
only
no secret.
the only reason that I support Krillin so much is because he's like my spirit animal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like he's a total loser, but he nailed the hottest babe in DBZ.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a total loser, and I'm looking to nail like the land. Sorry, I'm looking to.
Zero fucks. Well, cool. I honestly think that's a perfect time to cut off. With Zach wanting to nail someone.
To nail it off.
To nail
That's right.
it.
Wait, did you set up a Twitter account?
I did.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, world's
For
ending.
yourself?
Have a great day,
Oh my
everyone.
God.
That was done. That was
Feel free
done.
to tweet at us, subscribe.
That was done a
like, blah, 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 blah.
long time ago. That was done so long ago.
Do you have
guys
an
are
email?
great. Do we have it? Yeah, toppixelpodcast
Yeah.
at gmail.com.
Yep. And you can email us there,
Yes.
toppixelpodcast@gmail.com. You can also tweet at us at toppixelteam.
I'm not a fan of Facebook, so I don't have one.
We do have a Facebook.
Wait, we do?
Yep.
What the hell?
It's at toppixelteam.
See?
You can find it there.
So yeah, that's how little I care.
Or Top Pixel. You can also catch us on Twitch. We stream every now and then.
Yeah, and we have a couple of new surprises for this week.
Let me Twitch name real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Twitch account.
Yeah.
top_pixel.
Yeah.
You can just type in Top Pixel, find us there.
Yes.
We'll probably be on, if not tomorrow night, Thursday night for sure. Probably streaming from some ARAMs at League of Legends.
Yep, that's how we do.
Or if I can get Overwatch working, we'll be playing some Overwatch games.
You got to believe.
We'll also be having some gameplay uploaded soon. Have some Injustice 2 gameplay for you guys.
Oh shit.
Some Dream Daddy.
Yep, some Dream Daddy.
That'll be this week. Yep.
It's so bad, but I was
so good.
I was learning the game, so don't take it out too much on me, because I never played that game until this week, and I streamed literally the first time that I played it.
Are we talking about Dream Daddy or?
No, we're talking about Injustice 2.
Oh, okay.
You're the one who streamed Dream Daddy.
Yeah.
Is that our special surprise this week?
No, our special surprise this week is that we're actually on iTunes and Google Play Podcasts now.
Holler.
So I know it's
check it out.
It's pretty freaking rad.
What
so.
name is it under? Where can they find our
They can
podcast?
just search for Top Pixel anywhere on there, or Top Pixel Podcast. It should pick us up. So
Top Pixel Podcast. You heard it on Google and iTunes.
and on iTunes.
Top.
We're compatible with everyone. Anyways, sayonara.
Yep. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week.
Guys.